Daniel Dubois has knocked out all 5 of his opponents. Frank Warren has claimed that Anthony Joshua's reign as heavyweight world champion will come to an end next year at the hands of unbeaten Daniel Dubois. A 20-year-old he claims has already knocked the champion down in sparring. Joshua made it 20 knockouts from his many fights with a successful defense of his WBA and IBF titles against Carlos Takam in Cardiff on Saturday and has now set his sights on unifying the division. But Warren says 20-year-old Dubois will finish Joshua's reign once he gets another year of experience under his belt, having troubled the Englishman before he became world champion. Dubois is the best heavyweight prospect I have ever seen at this stage, said Warren, of a fighter who has won all of his 5 professional fights by knockout. There are obvious fights out there with Deontay Wilder and Joseph Parker, the 2 other champions, but my man Daniel Dubois is very talented. 15 British and Irish boxing prospects. Look, I don't go crazy about young fighters because there is always a long way to go, but he is by far the best heavyweight at this stage of his career that I have seen in my time in boxing. He has a fantastic jab, real power, he's relaxed, a natural boxer and puncher. Not only did he knock Joshua down in sparring, he absolutely did for Joshua in the gym, as he has done with all the names he has sparred with. Do not worry about Joshua running out of opponents. I think Dubois could be ready in 12 months' time. I'd put him in with Parker after 5 more fights. There are always question marks and things to answer, but I have a talent here. Mark my words, we've seen Joshua under pressure from Vladimir Klitschko and survive, but Klitschko turned the heat off and let him off the hook. This kid would not let him off the hook. I have a heavyweight who has Joshua's number and he just needs more experience and he'll be ready to fight him. Joshua vs. Takam. The celebrities and champions as Cardiff puts on a party. Meanwhile, James DeGale is relishing the prospect of his first fight in the United Kingdom since 2014, having craved a homecoming throughout his absence. The IBF super middleweight champion is to make the 4th defense of the title he has previously only fought for in Canada and the United States, when on December 9 he headlines a Warren bill at London's Copper Box Arena. Lee Selby, the IBF featherweight champion from Wales, will fight on the same bill, having also agreed a one-fight deal with the promoter, and at a time when their domestic rivals are expected to thrive. DeGale, 31, is widely considered the world's finest at 168 pounds, but injury kept him from the World Boxing Super Series, in which George Groves, Chris Eubank Jr. and Callum Smith are competing. James DeGale's opponent has not yet been confirmed. Credit Getty Images. The 30-year-old Selby will fight mandatory challenger Josh Warrington next year should he succeed in defending his title, and will then target Carl Frampton, who like Warrington is also promoted by Warren. I've been craving to come back and fight, said DeGale. I perform best at home. I have done the US and Canada thing. It's just the right time for me to start fighting back home. I want the biggest fights and the biggest money because I am recognized as the #1 super middleweight in the world. I eventually want the winner. If the World Series, Eubank, Groves and Smith, they're all in there. Maybe at Arsenal. I'd prefer Groves to win because then we can do it again. It'd be a massive fight and we can put the record straight.